really enjoy yourself. He can't go anywhere. There's always a crowd.
And so the way he handles that is by turning inward.
Yes, but those are some of the disadvantages. With this business come advantages and disadvantages.
A year later, she married Gordon and posed for some provocative pictures dressed in a snake.
I saw it when I went to 7-Eleven. I look over the counter, and it was shocking to me. I ran home and told my brothers. I said, what? He said, yeah, Latoya's in Playboy.
I would have bet my life that my daughter wouldn't have gotten in Playboy and gotten naked and showing her body. I shouldn't laugh about it. I can laugh now, but at first it was so hard for me. And the reason why my daughter, she always wore long dresses, she always wore pants or boots. She never exposed herself.
She was very conservative.
Very, very. Latoya knows she's not telling the truth. And for her to come out now and say these things about Michael is terrible.
And right in the middle of the Jackson family inferno has been Jack Gordon, fanning the flames.
He only likes white children. He doesn't like females. He only likes male children.
It's not true, and I think what it is they're doing it for money. Even the booklet Latoya wrote, it's not even in there. But I think the man that she's with, I don't even want to give him enough credit to call his name. He's not even worth it. He has a bad, bad record. I think she's being brainwashed. I really think that he's done something to her, because for her to get out there and tell lies, things that are not true, something have to be wrong. It was very hard for me, because I couldn't believe that I had a daughter out there saying things like this. It's the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life, besides the death of my mother.
I don't know why she's saying these things, because the Latoya I know is not the same person I'm seeing right now. It really isn't, you know, and it's sad to see that, you know, and it hurts my mother all the time.
It hurts you too.
We don't know what happened. We just wait for her to come back.
Great to see Latoya again.
Say what? Remember, Mr. Jackson, this is Latoya, the rebel in your royal family of pop who for years dished all of your dirty little secrets.
As the father of Latoya, I know she's been through a whole lot, and she couldn't help herself at all of the things that she went through. But I'm here to say that we love Latoya very much.
Papa Jackson is so happy he came exclusively to Hard Copy to announce the news. Latoya is reuniting with her famous family because of her split with her infamous husband and manager, Jack Gordon. Jack Gordon is viewed by many as a slippery character. The Jackson family blamed him for leading Latoya into some sleazy deals, convincing her to pose in Playboy and getting her to star in a strip show in some beer bar in Pennsylvania. Their bizarre marriage began to unravel when Gordon was arrested and accused of beating Latoya, a horrifying experience she shared with us exclusively just after the alleged attack.
I got hit with a chair, and it knocked me down immediately when I got hit with the chair. And I can just recall holding my hands up and standing back up and getting knocked down again and again. And it happened so quickly. By the time it was over, there I was lying in a puddle of blood.
Although those charges were later dropped, Latoya filed for divorce last Friday, claiming abuse once again.
In a police report, Latoya says that Jack came back to their hotel room and was very angry with her. He grabbed a bedspread, he put it over her head, started to strangle her with it. At the same time, he grabbed her arm and started to twist it so badly that she felt like it was going to come out of her joint. He then picked up a Diet Coke bottle and started hitting her all over her body.
He's been able to get rid of some of the evil influences around her. I'm so thankful that she's able to be talking to the family again. We love her very much. Also, we stand behind her 100%.
Because he was working with my father, and they sent him with me to Japan. My mother couldn't make it, my father couldn't make it. And when he went over to Japan with me, the minute we got there, he took my passport, and he says, "You're never going back." And do you know, I never saw my family in many years. He would never let me go back. And from that point onward, he started doing slightly little things. The abuse came, the control factor. No, you stay in your room, you don't do this, you say this. I never saw people, I never associated with anyone. I would only go on stage, perform, and sing. Back to the limousine, back to the hotel, back to the plane.
Well, what did he tell you? What did he tell you about your family?
Or have friends or anything.
Wow.
He told me I'm never going back, that now I'm his, and he's controlling me. And that's basically what he did.
Do you think now, how was he able to control you that easily?
Very easily. You know, now that I'm out of that situation, I go, geez, that's all you had to do was walk away. But I couldn't do that.
Why couldn't you?
Because the fear, when someone instills fear into you, and you're afraid of them, and they're controlling you at the same time, and they promise you they're going to kill you if you try to get away or do something, and they're keeping you watch eye there, and they have the security that they hired with your money, of course, and they're watching over you, and when they do that, you're just afraid, and you're afraid to make moves. So this went on for many, many, many years. And
he literally said, "I'm going to kill you, your brother, everybody."
Yes. No, not everybody. Just myself.
And Michael.
Michael and Jan. Because I was so passive, and I think it's from being a Jehovah's Witness. You believe people, you trust people, and he was Bengali, and he was a con man, and I didn't know that world. I was so...
But you had the strength that day.
I had the strength that day. But what I did know, he was not a good guy. When I left home, I was innocent, I was naive. It was so easy for me to be taken advantage of. I was brainwashed by him. I really felt like a robot. I was being beaten. He dictated my career choices. I mean, they went from Playboy to writing the book. He made me say the things that he wanted me to say in my interviews. He had very strong ties and connection to the mafia. I knew John Gotti, I knew all these people. But one day I couldn't take it anymore. And it was just, "You're gonna do porno now." No, now you can kill me. That was the day. I finally made it out. I escaped. Catch me if you can. But still, I never felt really free until, of course, he passed away. You don't understand what I really went through, Kathy. You really, no one knows.
Latoya and I lost 10 years when she disappeared. And I'll never forget when I bumped into you at the Waldorf in that Japanese restaurant. You would not get up from the table, and I thought, what is going on?
I lived in the Frank Sinatra suite.
Sure, and it's Francis Albert Sinatra, the engraving on the shower door.
Yes.
But I thought it was weird that you didn't call me.
Well, I couldn't, Kathy. I couldn't say hello to my friends. I wasn't allowed to speak to people. He had total control of me.
I thought at least you'd come to the ladies' room with me and...
No, I couldn't do that on my own. Kathy, you don't have a clue. I would hear conversations, and this person was going to die, and then turn on the TV on the news. This man fell off the building. I would hear these things. Why would you do that to me? I'm sorry. And that's what people didn't realize. And now you get it, why I wouldn't speak and why I couldn't do anything. It was like a Stepford wife. And you guys, nobody got it.